Welcome back to another episode of Money is Blind podcast. I'm your host, Prasoon. So this is the podcast where you will learn how to become an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur, even if you are blind or visually impaired, just like me. So, what is the topic for this episode? I thought I will talk about social medias, how I use it as an entrepreneur, how I consume social media content, and what is the difference between a consumer and a creator? Talk about accessibility features a little bit, but the whole point of this podcast will be how you should be using social medias in 2023. I'm not sure when you're going to listen to this podcast, but hey, Merry Christmas. It is December 25th, 2022, and it's a Sunday, and I spent the whole day at home. I took a complete day rest. I read some books, I watched some videos, and I also made some plans on how to build the web pages for moneyisblind.com. So if you haven't visited that website till now, I highly recommend you to do that. And when you visit that website, you will see who I am, what I'm trying to do through this podcast, and whatever you do, please don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter so that you will get all the secrets about the tools and how I build multiple businesses as a blind entrepreneur. So, yesterday I searched the web for some of the names of most successful or popular blind persons in the world, and I had a list, and I thought I would do an episode on that. But yesterday it was a dull day, and I didn't feel like recording, and so I took a gap. But there are many episodes which I haven't published yet, which we are planning to do in the coming days, and I'm very grateful. No, that's the wrong word. And I'm so happy and excited that I was able to start this podcast, which I've been planning to do for the last 18 months, at least now. So, the news of COVID variant BF7 spreading throughout the world is gaining some momentum, and the scenes and news from China is especially concerning. So really hope it doesn't go to the 2020 pandemic scenario. It was frightening. I wish we can all forget that. So today, coming back to the topic, social medias. I read this book called Hook, One Hook, Jab, Jab, Jab. I think that's the title of the book. It's by Gary Vaynerchuk. I know you might have heard about him, particularly if you're in the US. He is another digital media marketing king, I should say. And he uses the F word a lot in his language. Oh my God, I haven't seen any other person who uses the F word so often. Yeah, he's such a natural when it comes to that type of language. But he's a genius as a marketing guru, and he's the one who first educated me about becoming a creator instead of a consumer. So when I say that he educated me, I don't mean him calling me and giving me private tuitions. No, I listened to his speeches. I watched some of his videos, and I also read his book. That was one of the first books that I read as an entrepreneur. I think I read that book way back in 2018. Yeah, I know he has written some other books, but no, I haven't read it. So, what is the difference between a content consumer and a content creator. Suppose you are on Facebook, you scroll through your newsfeed, your timeline, and you see all the updates from your friends, their friends of your friends, family members, and your old friends, your new friends, your colleagues at workplace. You see all their updates, what they're doing, which restaurant they visited, their pets photo, everything. So when you think you are not wasting your time scrolling through their feed, it actually takes time. You are wasting your time. You might think that when you go through the reels in Instagram and Facebook, and when you watch the YouTube Shorts video, it's just 59 seconds. So what the heck, right? It's only less than a minute. I might see at most 20 or 30 videos, and it's not gonna take so long. That's how we start scrolling through the shorts videos. But one video, we can't stop with 20 videos, and we keep on scrolling. I have tried it. It's like an addiction. And the algorithm, the reels, the Facebook and Google algorithm, it has become so good at recommending and showing those videos which we are interested in, so that which means every time we flick through the shorts and reels videos, the next video is much more interesting than the previous one, and usually we end up wasting 2 to 3 hours in front of our mobile phones. So that's how most persons spend their time on social medias. They become a consumer, they try to learn new things, they try to become a social media expert by consuming all the content which is available to them. And instead, you might not know this, but whenever you type something into Google, everything is being stored in their databases. It's in their history. You can clear it, but I'm not sure Google is actually getting rid of it when you press the delete key. It's the privacy policies, and there's been many news and reports about how Google has been using tampering with our private information. It's not just Google. Facebook is another notorious company which has been playing with our data for all these years. So they know everything about us. So if you're on the 8th floor of a building in New York, Google knows it. Even they know. Even Google knows which floor you are in. It can give a three-dimensional spot on the world map, in the world map, about your location, and it knows where you went, how you went there, which mode of transportation you took, how long it took for you, to get there. Every information is with Google and Facebook, and they use this information for promoting products and showing us the right videos so that they can advertise. It's their business model, and they are actually really good at it. So we shouldn't underestimate the power of Google and Facebook. That's what you do on Facebook. What about YouTube? We consider YouTube as a search engine. So apart from Google, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. If you want to learn something new on how to do something, how to complete a task, you go to YouTube and search, because you will be able to find videos which other creators have made, and you can click on those videos and just listen to how they did it instead of reading it. So that's why YouTube has become such popular, and that's why everyone is starting their own YouTube channel now. But consistency is the key. I talked about this in another episode. If you haven't listened to it, I'll leave a link to that episode in the show notes of this one. It's almost the same when it comes to WhatsApp or instant messaging platforms like Telegram, Messenger, or whatever app that you're using for communication, or iMessages, Android messages, anything. It is the same. When you spend more than 30 minutes on these type of social media apps, whether it be messaging or going through updates or trying to learn something new, you are spending an important part of your life scrolling through those feeds, and you are becoming a much better consumer of social media content. So, as a blind person, all the apps that I said, that I mentioned in this episode, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, then Facebook's new name is Meta, in case you haven't heard that news. And Twitter, yeah, I've been on Twitter since 2010, I think, but I haven't been so active on it. Just gained under 1,000 followers in my accounts. But Instagram and YouTube, it's been a tremendous journey for me. All these apps are accessible through voiceover and also through talkback in Android phones. But when it comes to the web, I don't use it because there are so many buttons, so many that you will get lost. It is very difficult to navigate in any of these uh, social media websites if you are on the web, whether you are using a Windows laptop or a MacBook. I don't recommend you uh, to go through these websites in your through the web apps. So download the app in your phone, and it'll be a much better experience. So I mentioned about not being a consumer. Then what should you be? So if you want to become a successful entrepreneur, you need to create more content. Whatever business that you're starting, whatever niche that you have chosen, create more content on it. Try to find out keywords on that particular niche. Suppose, imagine that you have chosen your niche as an expert in repairing keyboards or tuning guitars. Let's stick with that example. How to become master toner of guitars as a blind person. That's a very specific niche. So in that niche, you can use many tools like Ahrefs, or we call it Ahrefs. You can use Google Keyword Planner or Uber Suggest, which was taken over by Neil Patel. He is another digital media marketing expert who I follow on the web. There are many tools. So when you search on for topics on those in your niche, you will be able to find many other subtopics like how to tune a guitar as a blind person uh, within 10 minutes. Top 5 ways to tune a Mexican guitar. So there might be other types of guitars. There will be who is the best blind guitar toner in the world. So these are the keywords. There will be blind and guitar and toning in those keywords, but you can come up with a combination of many other questions which people are trying to find answers for. They are actively searching for these keywords in the web, in search engines like Google, YouTube, Bing, Yahoo, and you might be the only person, if you are an expert in that topic, providing those answers. So when they search for that specific topic, They will land on the content that you make. It could be a podcast like this one. You can get started for free using anchor.fm. By the way, it's not the what said just right now. By the way, what I said right now is not sponsored by Anchor, but I wish they sponsor this podcast. Uh, I'm not thinking about monetization right now, but in the future, of course, it is an option. You can do podcasts, you can write blog articles. All you need to learn is typing. I already talked about learning this skill and how I did it in one of the first 5 episodes that I did. And you can also create videos. Creating videos and putting it in YouTube is very easy, but you will need a personal assistant. So, as a blind person, if you are planning to build an online business, a micro business, and then get an income from it, make income from it, get wealthy, and become successful, you should definitely consider hiring a personal assistant. If you don't have the budget to hire a full time personal assistant, hire someone virtually as a part time job. Provide them a part time job, provide them a part time contract, and get your work done. So that's what you need to do. Become a content producer. So you can create these short videos. By the way, I created more than 20 short videos. That means videos which are less than 1 minute in duration. And believe me, it was very difficult to create those kind of videos because the script, it should be uh, concise, precise, and it should have all the keywords in it and the right message in it with the right call to action at the end of that video. And writing that script alone takes a long time, and when you shoot it, you will realize that your video goes well above 1 minute, because when your final video is more than 1 minute, it doesn't get published as a short or a reel. It gets published in IGTV when it comes to Instagram, or it gets published as a normal video in YouTube. And the advantages that we are getting when we do a shorts video, that's gone. So I think these short videos are the trend right now. I'm getting a very high number of views in my Dr. Prasoon YouTube channel for these kind of videos. I'm actually doing double roles. Yeah, that's a new trend that I learned from another content producer that I follow on YouTube, and I think my audience, especially the young audience, they are liking it, and I'm planning to do more of those contents. So create those kind of videos, and after creating it, just publish those videos. Make your thumbnail good enough. uh, I'm not saying that the audience that you pick should be confined to blind persons. For Money is Blind podcast, I know this podcast will not be popular among sighted persons. So I know for this, I have to zoom in on a particular audience, and that's you guys, those who are visually impaired and those who are blind. But when you are trying to create a content, when you're trying to choose a niche, it might not be a similar audience. Of course you can do it. Of course you can uh, choose go for blind persons. Of course you can select blind persons as your audience, definitely. But think about the topic. Are you an expert in what you are trying to do? Do you love what you are going to talk about? Is the niche that you've chosen the right one? Think about it. That's the most important decision that you need to make. Don't try to be an expert in an area which you're not familiar with, because and in that case you will need to learn about it, study about it, then do videos and make content. That'll be difficult. because you are putting more hurdles in your uh, journey to publishing those contents. So it will be difficult, and in the long run, there are high chances of you stopping that process of creation. So think about the niche and then start creating the content. And after that, choose a schedule. It could be 5 times a week, just like what I done with Money is Blind podcast, or you can go with bi-weekly or once a week schedule and then stick with it. Consistency, that's the key, my friends. If you know how to consistently do a task, complete a task every week or every day, day in, day out, you will become successful. And mark my words, there's no other way around it. You will definitely be successful. And you will reach heights which you haven't even dreamt of. So that's what you need to do if you are planning to be on social medias. When after choosing your niche, find out where your audience is hiding. There might be a group, a forum, a page where your audience follows. There might be a YouTube channel which your audience has already subscribed to. Talk to those persons and try to get in front of your audience. That's what you need to do. And this concept is called creating your dream 100. And this idea I got from Russell Brunson from his book Traffic Secrets. It's a wonderful book. I have mentioned this book multiple times in this podcast. If you haven't already heard it or listened to it, you can find an Audible link in the show notes, right? So I think that will be enough for this episode. Once again, Merry Christmas, and wish every one of you a Happy New Year. I would like to sing this song for you because last week I sang this song for some of my students. So here it goes. If my voice is too crappy, uh, apologies in advance, right? I apologize in advance. So I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Right? On that note, I'm signing off. Don't forget my name, it's Prasoon. And the name of the podcast is Money is Blind. If you haven't subscribed already, do that right now. Visit the website and subscribe to my newsletter as well. So thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you guys in the next episode. Until then, bye-bye.